Former Invicta featherweight champion Paim Sorenson making her Bellator MMA debut against Roberta, who is also fighting under the Bellator MMA banner for the first time. Let's go to the tail of the tape for our final preliminary bout.
Right now, take a look at that reach, 63.5 compared to 68. That's a big advantage for Roberta.
With the official introductions, here's Michael C. Williams.
Tonight here at Mohegan Sun Arena from the Bellator 264 prelims, we'll go to the featherweight division set for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing the blue corner.
Thank you.
At 5'8", weighing in 146 pounds, in her Bellator debut, she brings 5 professional victories, 1 defeat. Originally do Brazil, she fights out of Columbus, Ohio, Roberta Crush Sama. And across the cage, her adversary out of the red corner at 5'6", weighing in 145 pounds. As a professional, 8 wins, 3 losses, fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, Paim Sorenson. In charge, your referee, Kevin McDonald.
Kevin McDonald is the referee. Roberta actually made her Bellator debut way back at Bellator 146, November of 2015, losing via unanimous decision to former Bellator featherweight champion Julia Budd. The bell, round 1. It is Paim Sorenson in the red gloves, Roberta in the blue gloves. Overhand right by Sorenson to introduce herself to both Samad and the Bellator MMA audience. Active start by Sorenson.
Paim Sorenson's got a real active wrestling background. She likes to get to fight the ground, but she's going against a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, someone that really likes being on the ground, so she might want to use her wrestling to keep this on the feet if she feels comfortable there.
Sorenson has made her intentions clear, coming to Bellator hoping to one day face off with Chris Cyborg, the current featherweight queen here in Bellator MMA.
Be careful what you wish for.
There's a counter right hand by Samad.
Very nice right hand by Samad, that landed cleanly. That's why you see Sorenson backing up right now.
Samad putting her punches together, knocking Sorenson off balance before pinning her to the fence. High body lock by Samad, smothering Sorenson against the cage. Knee to the belly by Samad.
Very nice job. Samad working out with Matt Brown, a guy who you talked about being very aggressive in the clinch, big elbows, big knees. If she learned anything from him, she's going to be dangerous there.
You're not a fan of fighting if you're not a fan of the immortal Matt Brown.
Low.
2 minutes gone here in the first round.
Right now, very good clinch game by Samad. That was some nice knees. You see her using the shoulder strike. She's just using a dirty boxing type of game, even though it's not punches. She's using the clinch to land strikes that's just going to degrade what Paim Sorenson's able to do later on in the fight.
Midway point of the opening round, and Sorenson has her back stapled to the fence by Roberta Samad, the 33-year-old who is 5-1 overall as a mixed martial artist before separation is created. Samad coming forward.
Keep that center. Control the center.
Sorenson with notable victories over Caitlin Young, Jessica Rose Clark, and Nico Montano.
Sorenson has had a very good career. A lot of her fights in Invicta. She's just that grinding style. She never stops. She keeps on coming forward.
There's Samad who tags her with her left hand. Both of them are coming off victories again. Sorenson in her first Bellator MMA fight, while Samad returns after nearly 6 years away from the Bellator MMA cage. A minute and a half here left in the first round.
Take a look at those strike stats right now. Samad 16 of 30, 12 of 52 for Sorenson. So Sorenson trying to be more active, but she's just not being near as accurate.
Sorenson gets dropped. Sorenson coming forward with the jab, but not having much of an effect on Samad, who continues to march forward.
Samad needs to really take a look at when Sorenson's throwing that kick right there. She keeps backing up. That kick has no power, and she should take advantage of it and land a counter strike. That left hook coming in is going to do a lot of damage if she can time it right.
It was in 2015 when Roberta Samad made her Bellator MMA debut, the same year that Sorenson started her pro MMA career. Sorenson 8-3 with 1 knockout and 1 armbar submission on her resume. Samad 5-1 with 3 knockouts and 1 RNC as they jockey for position along the cage.
Samad with double underhooks right now. She's got double unders. That's a very good position for her to now use those knee strikes, or if she feels Sorenson's body weight going in direction, she can bring him down to the canvas.
Knee to the head from the front headlock by Sorenson. Elbow strike across the jawline as we go to round 2. Round 2 of our final preliminary bout. Bellator MMA on Showtime coming up at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Gegard Mousasi defending the Bellator middleweight championship against the #1 contender John Salter in the main event. We begin round 2 here with Paim Sorenson in the red gloves. Roberta Samad with that spinning back fist that grazed across the top of Sorenson's nose.
Keep going. You don't like it, just go. Nice. Go it, Bertie, go it. There it is.
Get let go, there you go, get let go.
There, go it again.
Here's the right hand. Too
Go.
fast, pop, pop. Right hand.
Nice right hand counter by Paim Sorenson. Samad just needs to really start getting off. She's starting to throw that jab, but then she stops. Got to commit to it.
Sorensen's thrown more punches, but it is Samad who has landed more.
Keep chopping that off,
Go.
Set it up, set it up.
Punch stats right now, 19 of 47 for Samad, 5 of 67 for Sorenson. Now you did hear Samad's corner tell her she lost that round. I like that from her corner because he doesn't know, and he's saying it's a close round. Nice shot.
Sorensen looking to close the distance, connecting on the face of Roberta Samad.
You're always better off telling your fighter, I think you lost that round, to make them go out and realize, hey, I got to fight.
Oh, and Sorensen with the right hand has some swelling along the bottom of the left eye of Samad. And there's a stiff jab by Sorensen, splits Samad's guard.
Tuck the chin, jab, double jab, doing everybody.
Go.
2 minutes gone here in the second. Sorensen coming forward, but there's the counter jab by Samad.
Samad really needs to start taking advantage of that reach advantage that she has.
Yes.
You know, she's sitting there, she's letting Sorenson control the range. Don't let her control it. You take over. You're the one that has that longer reach.
Yeah, 4.5 reach advantage for Roberta Samad as we near the midway point of the round and the fight.
Go more. Go.
Overhand low, overhand low.
Punch there.
More jab, man, more jab. Keep right back,
Sorensen nails her with the jab. Misses with the wild right hand. There's a solid left hand from Sorenson across the cheek of Samad, who switches momentarily to southpaw before going back to orthodox.
And right now, it's just the activity of Sorenson. She's throwing more, and she's starting to land more because Samad is just not giving her a lot that's coming in her direction as far as offense.
Sorenson has thrown a total of, well, over 100 punches, starting to show an uptick in her efficiency. Starting to definitely land more here in the second round on Samad. Samad has had enough of the striking of Sorenson, would like to take it to the ground.
Sorenson's good enough in the clinch. She keeps on framing out, just pushing the head of Samad back. That's causing her problems and being able to think about getting that takedown.
Samad told us her ground game is her best overall fighting strength. She wants to implement a good mixture of different styles and wanting to utilize her size, her wrestling, and her ground experience, having little opportunity to do so except for her size in this fight.
Yeah, well, right now, you know, if you've got a great ground game, that's awesome. But if you can't get it to the ground,
and she's being tagged in the stand-up by Sorenson here in the second.
Yes, Pam Sorenson's doing a nice job, even with the shorter reach. She's stepping inside and landing the counters.
And meanwhile, Samad keeping her at bay momentarily with the long jab, but Sorenson closes the distance and aggressively trying to create separation.
Nice job by Sorenson to push on the hedge, trying to bring the knee up. Samad, she should have brought her backside. She had a chance of getting her to the ground, wasn't able to do it. Nice job by Pam Sorenson to maintain her position up against the cage and not allow Samad to take down.
Stop! Clean break. 35.
Final round underway between Pam Bam Sorenson, the former Invicta featherweight champion, in her Bellator MMA debut against Roberta Samad, returning to Bellator after nearly a half dozen years in search of her first victory in the Bellator MMA cage. And Sorenson more active, but Samad able to pick her off with strikes coming forward.
Samad coming out with a jab, landed a couple of jabs, then a right cross. She needs to just sit down and commit, popping that jab out there, take her head off of the center line. When she's throwing it, the head is staying right on that center line. That's allowing Pam Sorenson to counter her and make her strike land.
It's allowing Pam Sorenson to mark up Samad's face as Samad looking for another spinning attack.
Go now.
You can see how that jab of Pam Sorenson is starting to really puff out the right eye of Roberta Samad.
Go, Bertie, go. Yes, go.
Nice left hand by Samad.
Now go again. Now go again.
Again, where you saw her back up there was no reason to back up. She needs to step to the side and throw a counter.
Especially here in the third round with 3.5 minutes left. It's time to put the pedal to the metal, uptick in offense, try to score the effective blow, and she talked about having the advantage in the wrestling and ground game. Well, has not even been able to secure a takedown. 0 for 4 in the takedown department for Samad.
Well, and you got to give Pam Sorenson credit. She's got a good wrestling defense.
And she's got a good striking game here in the third round, although she got countered effectively by Samad's jab.
Don't reach with it. Step in. Tuck it.
But it's going to take more than pot shotting. It's going to take more than single shots, John.
Yeah, it does. You know, it's going to be multiples. It's going to have the effect on either one of them here. Pam Sorenson, she's landing cleaner shots as far as they're straight.
Go.
And as you mentioned earlier, Samad continues to keep her head on the center line and really unable to take advantage of that reach.
Punch stats right now is Samad 50 of 125, now 28 of 171 for Sorenson. Now Samad's finally gets this fight where she said she wanted it. Let's see what she can do from this position now.
A black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a brown belt in Luta Libre, which no-gi. Under 2 minutes left in the final round, and she does have one submission win, a rear naked choke that came in her second fight back in June of 2013. For Sorenson, she has been submitted via rear naked choke. That came against Felicia Spencer back in November of 2018.
Felicia Spencer has a very good ground game, so that can definitely happen. Right now, you see Sorenson utilizing the guard, trying to control the posture of Samad. Samad needs to control those biceps and start to break past this guard. There you go, when she's starting to posture up. Sorenson going to a high guard.
Elbows from the bottom. Under a minute left in the fight.
Let's go.
Right now, although you're seeing Samad being in the top position,
Where's the sense of urgency?
Exactly, that's the whole thing. She's got to get this going. You got to figure, I need to win this round to possibly win this fight.
Meanwhile, Sorenson continuing with that high guard, delivering some irritating strikes from the bottom, controlling the wrists of Samad.
Samad now in a place where she can control her position. She tries to slice inside.
Side control by Samad.
But only 22 seconds left.
Get it, go, hurry,
She needs to really open up.
Get it now, go.
Sorenson active from her back, active hips, but Samad looking to go to mount. Being defended by Sorenson, and our final preliminary bout of the night is headed to the judges' scorecards. Let's go to Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your three judges at cage side. Your first, Dave Turelli, scores it 29-28. He sees it for Samad. Your second judge, John English, 29-28 for Sorenson. Your third and final judge, Jacob Montalvo, scores it 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Paim Bam Sorenson.
Just as Big John McCarthy said, a split decision. Former Invicta featherweight champion wins her Bellator MMA debut. Paim Bam Sorenson moving to 9-3.